Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. We are living in a time where the greatest power is not found in machines, not in money, not even in influence. The greatest power you and I will ever hold is the power of the mind. John Kehoe, through decades of work, has poured wisdom into the world, reminding us that our thoughts are not just whispers in the dark, they are blueprints of our destiny. Every thought you repeat, every belief you hold on to, every mental picture you paint is shaping your tomorrow today. Some of you are carrying chains that are not made of steel, but of thought. Chains of doubt, chains of fear, chains of I can't. But Kehoe tells us break those chains, because your thoughts create your reality. Let me tell you this, your mind is not a cage, it is a workshop. And in that workshop, you are the builder. If you build with negativity, you will live in walls of limitation. But if you build with belief, with faith, with vision, you will live in a palace of possibility. Do you see the difference? It's not about luck, it's not about chance. It's about training your mind to serve you, not enslave you. So when you wake tomorrow, do not just wake your body, wake your mind. Speak your affirmations, hold your vision, and act as if it is already done. Because the universe, my friends, doesn't respond to hesitation. It responds to clarity. The 41 quotes of John Kehoe aren't just words, they are keys. Keys that can unlock doors you didn't even know were closed. Use them, live them, watch the impossible become inevitable. The greatest power is the power of the mind. It is stronger than circumstance, greater than luck, and more enduring than any storm. The mind is the birthplace of every invention, every victory, every revolution that ever changed the world. Before the wheel turned, before the plane flew, before the cure was discovered, someone dared to imagine it first. The mind is the architect of destiny. What you hold in thought, you begin to shape in reality. When you fill your mind with doubt, you create walls. When you fill it with vision, you create doors. The mind is not limited by what is, but expanded by what can be. It has the power to transform pain into wisdom, failure into fuel, obstacles into opportunities. Most people never realize that they are not prisoners of their circumstances, but of their thinking. The chains that bind them are invisible, forged from fear, negativity, and hesitation. But those same chains can be broken the moment you choose to think differently. The moment you choose to believe instead of doubt, to see possibility instead of limitation. The mind will always serve you, but only if you direct it. It is a servant that obeys your command, whether you use it to rise or to fall. Feed it with vision, it will create miracles. Feed it with defeat, it will bury your dreams. The greatest power is not out there in the world, it has always been within you. Thoughts are not whispers, they are blueprints of destiny. Every idea that passes through your mind leaves a mark. Every belief you carry shapes the foundation of the life you are building. Your mind is an architect, and your thoughts are the designs. If you design with fear, you build walls that close you in. If you design with courage, you build bridges that carry you forward. Every great achievement began as a single thought, a seed planted in the soil of imagination. The thought becomes a vision, the vision becomes a plan, and the plan becomes reality. But too often, people dismiss their thoughts as meaningless echoes, as passing noise. They don't see that those whispers are laying down bricks in the path ahead. Every repeated thought is like hammer and stone, constructing your future silently day by day. That is why you must guard your thoughts like treasures, because they will not remain invisible. They will take form. They will become the life you live. If you think small, you will live small. If you think bold, you will live bold. Thoughts are the hidden scripts directing your story. They are not powerless murmurs floating away on the wind. They are blueprints, precise and powerful, guiding every choice, shaping every turn. Your destiny is written in the thoughts you choose to repeat. And the future is nothing more than your inner blueprint, unfolding before your eyes. Many people are held back by mental chains. Not chains of iron or steel, but chains of fear, chains of doubt, chains of I can't. These chains are invisible, yet they are heavier than any weight you can carry. They keep dreams locked away. They silence ambition before it even speaks. They turn possibilities into impossibilities with nothing more than a single thought. Fear says you're not ready. Doubt whispers you're not enough. And I can't shout so loudly it drowns out every other voice. But the truth is, these chains were never real. They were created by the mind, and they exist only because we continue to believe in them. How many lives have been left unlived because of these false chains? How many ideas buried? How many goals abandoned? How many callings ignored? The tragedy is not that people fail. The tragedy is that people never even try, because their chains convince them it's impossible. But here's the secret. Every chain can be broken. The lock of fear is opened by courage. The lock of doubt is broken by belief. The lock of I can't shatters the moment you decide to try. The power to be free has always been within you. The mind that created the chains is the same mind that can destroy them. Once the chains fall away, nothing can stop the life you were meant to live. Your mind is a workshop, not a cage. You are the builder. Too often people live as though their mind is a prison, locked inside old stories, past mistakes, and limiting beliefs. They forget that the mind was never meant to hold them captive. It was meant to set them free. Every day, whether you realize it or not, you are building something. With every thought, every belief, every word you speak, you are laying bricks. You are shaping walls. You are designing the space in which you will live. If you choose to build with fear, you will create a prison that traps you. If you choose to build with faith and vision, you will construct a future filled with light, growth, and possibility. The workshop of the mind never stops. It works while you are awake. It works while you dream. It takes the raw material of your thoughts and turns them into habits, decisions, and realities. That is why you must choose carefully what you place on the workbench. Doubt will craft barriers. Hope will craft pathways. Anger will shape chains. Love will shape bridges. You hold the tools, and you hold the plans. You are not a prisoner of your mind. You are the builder of your world. And what you build within, you will one day walk within. So build boldly. Build with vision. And let your workshop become the birthplace of the life you desire. Building with negativity creates limitation, while belief creates possibility. Every thought you choose is like a brick in the structure of your life. Negativity is a weak brick, fragile, ready to crumble under pressure. When you build with it, you create walls that are small, narrow, and confining. You trap yourself in a space where opportunities cannot enter. Negativity convinces you that you are not capable, that the world is against you, that the dream is too far out of reach. It limits not just your actions, but your vision. It blinds you to the doors that are open, to the paths waiting to be taken. But belief is different. Belief is a solid brick, strong, unshakable, able to withstand the storms of life. When you build with belief, you expand your world. You create doors where there were none. See possibilities where others see obstacles. Belief tells you that you can, even when others say you cannot. Give strength to the tired, courage to the fearful, and hope to the discouraged. When you build with belief, you rise above limitation. You create a life that stretches beyond what you once thought possible. Negativity is a cage, belief is a key. Negativity shrinks your world, belief expands it. At every moment, you are building. The question is not whether you are building, but what you are building with. And that choice determines the size of your future. Success is not about luck, it's about training your mind. People often look at the successful and think they were just in the right place at the right time. They call it chance, fortune, or luck. But luck without preparation is wasted. And preparation begins in the mind. Every champion, every innovator, every leader began by first winning the battle inside their head. They train their thoughts the way an athlete trains their body. They practice discipline in their focus, consistency in their vision, and strength in their belief. The untrained mind is restless, scattered, and easily defeated. It listens to fear. It obeys doubt. It surrenders to obstacles. But the trained mind is sharp, steady, and unshakable. It sees beyond the problem into the solution. It holds on to vision when everything around says it's impossible. It pushes forward when others stop. Success is not an accident. It is a design, crafted thought by thought, decision by decision. The mind is the soil, and success is the harvest. If you plant seeds of doubt, you will reap limitation. If you plant seeds of discipline and belief, you will reap abundance. It is not luck that carries you through the storms. It is the trained mind that says, I will not quit. I will not break. I will not stop. And that is the mind that creates true success, again and again. Start each day by waking your mind as well as your body. Most people rise from their beds and think only of stretching their arms, opening their eyes, and moving their feet. But the body is only half the story. If the body wakes while the mind sleeps, you walk through the day like a dreamer with open eyes, alive but not fully living. The true power begins when the mind is awakened. When you rise and choose your thoughts, when you rise and set your vision, when you rise and declare who you will be today, the mind, once awakened, becomes the captain of the day, steers your actions, your focus, your energy. Without it, you drift. With it, you lead. Make your mind with gratitude, and you will see opportunities instead of obstacles. Wake your mind with belief, and you will carry strength instead of fear. Wake your mind with intention, and your steps will have purpose instead of wandering aimlessly. The day does not begin with the clock. It begins with the choice of thought. The moment you decide what kind of day it will be, your reality bends to meet that decision. So do not just wake to the noise of alarms and the light of the sun. Wake to the power of your own vision. Wake to the truth that you are in control of the story you write today. Wake your mind, and you awaken your life. Use affirmations, vision, and action to shape reality. Words have power, and the first voice you hear each day is your own. When you speak affirmations, you are not just repeating sentences, you are programming your mind with the truth you choose to believe. Say, I am strong, and strength begins to awaken in you. Say, I am capable, and your mind looks for ways to prove it. Affirmations plant the seeds, but vision gives them direction. Vision is the picture you hold in your mind of the life you want to create. It is the movie you replay until it feels more real than your current circumstances. The mind works best when it has a target, and vision is that target. It pulls you forward, it guides your choices, it keeps you alive with purpose. But affirmations and vision alone are not enough. They are the fuel, but action is the engine. Action takes the invisible and makes it visible. Action turns ideas into reality, dreams into achievements, possibilities into results. Every step you take, no matter how small, is proof that your affirmations are true and your vision is alive. When words, vision, and action work together, reality begins to bend. Obstacles that once looked immovable shift. Doors that once seemed closed begin to open, and what you once only imagined becomes the life you are living. Affirm. See? Act. This is how you shape the world around you. Universe responds to clarity, not hesitation. Life does not reward the one who waits endlessly, unsure of the next step. It rewards the one who knows what they want and moves toward it with conviction. Hesitation is like static hit, confuses the signal, it blurs the message, it keeps doors closed. But clarity is power. Clarity is a beacon, a signal that tells the universe exactly where you are going and what you are ready to receive. When you are clear about your vision, opportunities align. When you are clear about your purpose, people appear to help you fulfill it. When you are clear in your decisions, the path unfolds before you. Hesitation, on the other hand, invites delay. It sends a message of uncertainty, and the universe simply reflects it back. If you are unsure, life will be unsure with you. If you are divided, life will divide your results. But when you stand firm in clarity, everything begins to shift. Clarity is not about knowing every detail, it is about knowing the direction. It is about saying, this is where I am going, and nothing will turn me away. Even if the steps are not yet visible, the decision must be certain. And once that certainty is alive within you, the universe responds. Not with hesitation, not with resistance, but with open doors, new paths, and the resources you need to make your vision real. John Kehoe's 41 quotes are keys to unlocking hidden doors in life. Each quote is not just a line of wisdom, but a tool, something you can hold in your hand and use to open what once seemed closed. Life is full of doors, some wide open, some locked tight, some invisible until the right moment. These doors lead to new opportunities, new levels of strength, new experiences of growth. But many people stand in front of these doors and believe they cannot be opened. They see limitation, they see impossibility, they see only barriers. Kehoe's words remind us that every barrier has a key, And that key is thought. The right thought at the right moment can turn the lock. The right affirmation can break through resistance. The right vision can reveal a door you never noticed before. Each of his 41 quotes is like a master key designed to fit the locks of doubt, fear, and limitation. One key opens the door of belief. Another opens the door of clarity. Another, the door of persistence. Taken together, they are not just quotes to be read, but principles to be lived. Because once you carry these keys in your mind, you never stand helpless before a locked door again. You realize that life has more to offer than you imagined, and the doors you once feared are waiting to swing open at your touch. The keys are already in your hand. So I say to you, now carry these truths, carry these keys, and never forget the power that lives within your own mind. Do not wait for luck. Do not wait for someone else to open the door. You are the builder. You are the architect. You are the key holder. Your thoughts are shaping your future right now in this very moment. So think boldly, speak with power, act with courage, because the universe is waiting, listening, responding to the clarity you bring. And when you choose to step forward with vision, belief, and action, you will not just walk through the doors of possibility. You will create new doors where none existed. That is the power of the mind. That is the gift John Kehoe's wisdom reminds us of. And that, my friends, is the life that belongs to you.